It's 4 o'clock on a Monday, and you know what that means, don't you? It's time for another exciting episode of Taxi TV Live. Woohoo! Very enthusiastic crowd today. Look, it looks like I've got a 70s filter on my studio shot back there. What the hell's going on? Anyway, welcome to the big show. We came within 2 minutes of canceling today's show. I've had audio problems for about the last hour. And I thought, this is unsolvable. And then I went to restart my computer, and it decided to update the computer to, let's see. Oh, I'm still on Catalina. That's weird. It was giving me a total system update. Anyway, after whatever update that took it 18 minutes to do, it's working. And let me make sure that I am, in fact, broadcasting to you guys. Good evening, Michael, somebody says. So I guess I'm out there, right? You guys can hear me? Yep, you can hear me, because glad the issues were resolved. So, all right, so today what we're going to do is listen to the top 10 stuff from the Taxi homepage. And just want to remind all of our viewers that it's not the 10 best things necessarily that we could find in a given month. These are 10 songs or instrumentals that between the screeners and the A&R staff popped up on our radar, and they went, oh, we should put that in the top 10. So it means it's good, it's interesting. For some reason, they felt that the world should hear it. So I'm going to make sure you guys hear it. Wow, look at me. I'm kind of yellowy green today. What the hell? All right. So let's have a listen. All right, you guys got me, right? Everybody looks good, loud and clear, awesome. So hello, everybody. Hope you guys all had a good weekend. It was roasty, toasty hot here in Southern California this weekend. Still pretty darn hot today, gotta say. I can bring up the level on that a little bit and check the level on this. I believe we're good to go. So the very first thing that we're going to... there's Andrea Brodeur. I'm trying to pronounce your name. I did take French 101 4 times when I was in high school, flunked it 4 times. And I was looking at your name, Andrea, as I pulled up the playlist, went, Andrea Brodeur? Not Broder, Brodeur. That's my best French accent right there. So let's start with Andrea's song called Krispy Kreme, which I actually did hear while I was trying to solve this problem, and I liked it. So let's have a listen.
You look yummy, sitting there in the glare of the blinking hot neon sign. You're so fine and honey, I'd be lying by denying that I'm thinking back to what it was like that night. To taste your lips and feel your skin over and over and over. But then like a drink in the face, I remember how it all ends. Ooh. If I'm gonna wake up wishing I didn't give in to my craving, if I'm gonna take up an obsession I've been trying like hell to do away with, although I know in the moment it'll be oh so sweet, or when it's over won't like the reflection that I see. If I'm gonna chase it a dopamine, hell I'd rather have a Krispy Kreme. Yeah, I'd rather have a Krispy Kreme. I know, dummy, don't hit me up with your honey, how you doing there, beautiful bush. Bet money that I'm just one of a dozen of your cowboy booty calls. I can't have you inside my house, 'cause once you are here I cannot turn you down, and the incriminating evidence will be laying on my couch. Ouch. If I'm gonna wake up wishing I didn't give in to my craving, if I'm gonna take up an obsession I've been trying like hell to do away with, although I know in the moment it'll be oh so sweet, or when it's over won't like the reflection that I see. If I'm gonna chase it a dopamine, hell I'd rather have a Krispy Kreme. trying like hell to do away with. Although I know in the moment it'll be oh so sweet. But when it's over, well, like the reflection that I see. If I'm gonna chase a hit of dopamine, hell, I'd rather have a Krispy Kreme. One with yeah, I'd rather have a Krispy Kreme. One with
Wow, that's loud. Very, very cool. That could you could take the chorus and make that like a national anthem for law enforcement. Sorry, guys, we love law enforcement, but you guys do have a reputation for eating a lot of donuts, right? Yeah, the bass did sound really, really good on that. Very, very cute, very hooky. Nice going. Look and see what's going on in the chat. Anyway, great song. I actually, while I was trying to solve the audio problem, I was listening to some of Andrea's other songs, and gotta say, talented lady. Good job. All right. The next one is an instrumental, and this is called Unstoppable. It's from Andrew Salmonson. And it is the featured. He's the featured artist of the month. So let's have a listen to Unstoppable. Well, now we see why he's the featured artist this month. That was really, really cool. That would be pretty awesome for a trailer, right? I can't get over the control room behind me. Does it not look a little yellow? Maybe it's because of my yellow t-shirt today or my yellowish cast on my face. I don't know. Doesn't matter. The audio's working. I'm a happy camper. Anyway, that's really impressive. Really, really good job. That was Unstoppable by Andrew Salmonson. And now I know why the staff picked him to be the featured artist. By the way, I was here working for you this weekend. I spent 9 hours on Saturday here at the office. I was the only car in the entire office complex parking lot on Saturday and on Sunday. I think I get some sort of special award for that. So yeah, I was here working on road rally stuff in the newsletter all day Saturday, and Sunday I worked a short day. I was only here for, I don't know, a few hours. And slowly but surely, the road rally is coming together, starting to get that all good to go. Now I'm going to get back to what I'm supposed to be doing, which is listening to music from you dudes and dudettes. This one is called Upright, and it's from Terrence Oliver, who's also known as Chemist, spelled Khemsit. Let's have a listen.
Some days I pray that I'll just shine and prosper, fly on out this, sign on out this, and let go of what's holding me down. Some days I pray that I'll just shine and prosper, fly on out this, sign on out this, and let go of what's holding me down. Some days I pray that I'll just shine and prosper, fly on out this, sign on out this, and let go of what's holding me down. I get the sense of some light that's like no other in strength. I never harnessed them plights when I discovered the sedative hypnotic drug types that I was shoving my temple to lower levels of pain. It got me bugging, I'm barely sleeping, beloved. They say the ambience supposed to help in it. If it doesn't, then call a receptionist for an appointment and make another any day but Monday. Then they'll refer me to a specialist, so I'll save some money. In the meantime, I could mix with muscle relaxers, painkillers if pain still there and part of the back hurts, except if in a motor vehicle if I was at work. I learned the healthcare industry prescribed disasters, but while listening to a so-called conscious rapper, foolish man, know-it-all who read the compass backwards, while his pain is at max, need a shaman perhaps if he wants to be healed, because they don't do that. Some days I pray that I'll just shine and prosper, fly on out this, sign on out this, and let go of what's holding me down. Some days I pray that I'll just shine and prosper, fly on out this, sign on out this, and let go of what's holding me down. Some days I pray that I'll just shine and prosper, fly on out this, sign on out this, and let go of what's holding me down. I'm starting to think y'all want me here forever, predicting that I'll visit more often as a regular, enjoying making new money off both me and my brethren. You 187 and need off for lack of better judgment. You want me crazy, want me lackadaisical, like it's nothing but sorry puppet. You prescribed and gave me a sorry substance, a medical malpractice legally, and it's something you plan God in an office. You want benevolent offerings, you are ahead and in charge of curing and signing off on pharmaceutical treatment. God knows I for awful. I say, look doc, it's moving pain, it boomerangs in the studio. I can't really get in the groove of things. I'm uncomfortable half of the time, so could you explain my sleep disorder, lumbosacral plexus, cervical sprain, while my pain is at max? Need a shaman perhaps if I want to be healed, because they don't do that. Some days I pray that I'll just shine and prosper, fly on out this, sign on out this, and let go of what's holding me down. Some days I pray that I'll just shine and prosper, fly on out this, sign on out this, and let go of what's holding me down. Some days I pray that I'll just shine and prosper, fly on out this, sign on out this, and let go of what's holding me down. I pray that I'll just shine and prosper, fly on out this, sign on out this, and let go of what's holding me down.
I love that. Totally. I have no idea if that was... No, this is not for a brief, Paulie. This is just us listening to 10 things that the staff thought were cool this month. It was a great mix, great production, great everything. But I saw some of you guys having an issue with it that I had as well, and I felt so much better about myself instead of feeling like the lame ass that I felt like 45 minutes ago. What do you think that chorus line was that was repeated. I'll give you a clue. The first word was shine. And I saw shining brasswork, shy and bashful. I couldn't understand it. So I went to our wonderful head screener and said, can you tell me? And she told me. And even though I know what he's saying, I still couldn't understand it. And to have such an amazingly creative, original, wonderful song and not have the lyric be understandable. So everybody type in, here, I'm going to play a little bit more of it, and you tell me what you think it says. Love those vocals. Of course, I picked the part of the song where it doesn't happen.
Want me like a daisical, like it's nothing but sorry puppet. You prescribed and gave me a sorry substance, a medical malpractice. Legally, ain't it something you playing God in an office? You want benevolent offerings, you are ahead and in charge of curing and signing off on pharmaceutical treatment. God knows I fall awful. I say, look, doc, it's moving pain. It boomerangs in the studio. I can't really get in the groove of things. I'm uncomfortable half of the time, so could you explain my sleep disorder, lumbosacral plexus, cervical sprain? While my pain is at max, need a shaman, perhaps, if I want it to be healed, because they don't do that. Some days I pray that I'll just shine and prosper, fly on out this, sign on out this, and let go of what's holding me down. Some days I pray that I'll just shine and prosper, fly on out this, sign on out this, and let go of what's holding me down. Some days I pray that I'll just shine and prosper, fly on out this, sign on out this, and let go of what's holding me down.
All right, some of you guys got it, some of you didn't. Yeah, it actually says shine and prosper, but the way he pronounces the P, a shining gopher. There you go. No wonder I like that song. It's about gophers. Shine and prosper. Is that like a phrase that I've never heard of? Am I that old that I don't know what the hip lingo is with the kids today? Shine and prosper? Shining grasshopper. There you go. Super Blonde's on it. Trying to prosper. Chime and rascal, shining brass boat. Oh man, shining brass butt. That's with one T. Boomer alert, yeah. Anyway, I've never heard the phrase before. And, of course, now my air conditioner's not working, so I'll be right back. The air conditioner's been very problematic today. Okay, here we are. The building management programmed, trying to save energy, and they program the thermostats on all the air conditioners. I've got my own thermostat for my office, and the thing turns off every day like 4 o'clock. I think that they were assuming that some of us only work till 5 p.m., and when the time changed, maybe it got screwed up. I don't know. All I know is that nothing I hate working than blazing under the studio lights here at Taxi World headquarters. I'm bringing you this amazing music with lyrics I can't understand because I'm old. Yeah, that was a dope track. This one, I think we've heard this on a previous episode of Taxi TV when we were playing forwards or returns or something, but it's called Where I Belong. It's by Martin Nichols. Here we go.
I can't seem to find my place, the place where I belong. beckons me to come later.
My levels are really fine. Let me double check.
So let go of my fear. It's got to be.
Yeah, I lower the signal everywhere I can.
Be out here somewhere. In my mind I see there's a light at the end of this tunnel. There's an end to this toil and struggle. And I can't wait to finally see what's waiting for me where I belong. It's not too far away. I can feel it in my bones, and I'll know it when I see it. Like a moth drawn to the flame, this feeling pulls me home. And it seems too good to be true. Oh, I believe better days are before me. In my mind I can see there's a light at the end of this tunnel. There's an end to this toil and struggle. And I can't wait to finally see what's waiting for me where I belong. Feels like I'm almost there. If I can hold on, I'm almost there. Just gotta keep strong, I'm almost there. Almost there. There's a light at the end of this tunnel. There's an end to this toil and struggle. And I can't wait to finally see what's waiting for me where I
The other audience liked it as well. Shut up. Anyway, I love that song. You know, I just remembered where I heard that song. It was one of the songs that I believe made it to the compilation we just sent out. We do those like once a quarter or so. We do a compilation of something that we think is relevant, and we send those compilations that could have anywhere from like 4, 5, 6, maybe up to 10 or 12 different songs on it. And this was the one we ran for a listing a couple months ago, I believe, looking for songs about light at the end of the tunnel. The productions on, COVID's almost over shows are starting to finally happen now that COVID is almost finally over, almost. And that was one of the ones that made it to the playlist. So a lot of people in the industry will be hearing that. It's a great song. And yes, I've got to chime in. The audio, I had all my levels where they would normally be for everything that I broadcast audio-wise on the show. And I was actually getting no yellow and no red on my computer, on my Rodecaster, on the computer that the music is coming off of. So nowhere in the signal chain did I have even yellow or red anywhere. Everything was green and happy. And the bottom end is just it's a nice sounding bottom end, but it's just so boomy that it's just driving stuff crazy. So I would definitely use a high pass filter on that and get rid of some of that extraneous low end that you don't need. And, try a CLA3 compressor from Waves on that thing and on the two acoustics, and I think you'll be happy at the result. But the guitars sound beautiful. There's just so much bottom end on them, and it does. The funny thing is, they don't sound tubby or boomy, but there's just a lot of it. Andre, I was thinking about you this morning, actually. I was interviewing a taxi member, Walter Grund from Germany, a little village in Germany, who's had probably, I think, 10,000 placements, if I'm not mistaken. And he took classical guitar when he was a kid. He's a guitar teacher. He's another one of your soulmate taxi members that is equally as good. I don't know. You guys will get along. He's a super nice guy. So, if you ever see Walter Grund, Grund, I can't say it, Grund, he does hang out in the forum. Make nice. Tell him Mikey says you guys should meet and jam together. That was a Martin D1, believe it or not. I believe it. Marion learned a lot about working with EQ from watching Taxi TV. Ooh. I'm going to show you guys something. It's off the beaten... you know what? I'm saving it for tomorrow. Remind me tomorrow to show you the graphic. Whoever is watching the Quarantini Happy Hour tomorrow, which all of you should be. I'm a little disappointed that we're not getting bigger numbers on that show, but it is a very loyal, very engaged audience. They love talking about what they're drinking or eating. But I found a graphic the other day that does a really good job. It's a waveform that does a really good job of showing the developmental arc in an instrumental cue. All right? Am I going to share it with you today? No, because it's going to take everybody into a whole other area of thought, and I want you staying focused on this music. So with that said, let's listen to an instrumental by Eric Dick, and it is named Night Drive. my DJing skills are a little bit off today. I was so flustered from the show almost not happening today that I'm still regaining my mojo. That was really cool. And it sounded like a night drive, right? You know, I'm going to move my other laptop over here so I don't have to keep turning away from you guys. Oops. Oh, crap. I knocked over a bottle of beer all over my laptop. I'm kidding. All right. Here we go. Now, let's have a listen to... This is from Patrick Dodge, probably married to Priscilla Chrysler. Where the hell do I get this bad humor? This is called Only Every Time. Let's have a listen.
I tell my friends that I'm over it, that I'm over you. I tell myself I'm better off, 'cause that's what I have to do. Only every time I'm sleeping and dreaming, do I get the feeling that you're what I'm needing and all that I'm thinking about. You only cross my mind when I wake in the morning. The gray clouds are storming, the summer sun's warming my skin. There's no warning, girl, I can't control it. You're all that I want, only every time. I'd like to think when it comes to love, when it comes to you, tomorrow will bring me a stronger heart, 'cause that's what I needed to. Only every time I'm sleeping and dreaming, do I get the feeling that you're what I'm needing and all that I'm thinking about. You only cross my mind when I wake in the morning. The gray clouds are storming, the summer sun's warming my skin. There's no warning, girl, I can't control it. You're all that I want, only every time, only every time, only every time I'm sleeping and dreaming, do I get the feeling that you're what I'm needing and all that I'm thinking about. You only cross my mind when I wake in the morning. The gray clouds are storming, the summer sun's warming my skin. There's no warning, girl, I can't control it. You're all that I want, only every time, only every time.
Oops. My DJing skills have definitely gone downhill. Anyway, that's beautiful. Great job on that. Patrick Dodge, Only Every Time. Kind of a work of art. I love it. Okay, so my cabling is all over the place now. Let's listen. Yeah, the crowd loved that one. I would love to hear Olivia Rodrigo cover that song. Man, I was listening to her like crazy this weekend when I was in here all by my lonesome with my NS10s cranked up. Love that lady. Just so talented. Her vocal delivery on Driver's License is spectacularly good. And keep your eyes out for this month's Taxi Transmitter newsletter, which I swear not enough people read, but I wish more of you would, because I spend probably on the order of 16 hours on average every month putting that thing together. And I get very disappointed when not a lot of people read it, because there's some good stuff in there. Anyway, I actually found a video with Olivia Rodrigo and her producer being interviewed on an iPhone about how that song came together. And it's very like Disney Channel cutesy in the beginning. Almost you want to dismiss it because it's so kind of youthful and like, oh, but there's a lot of really good information. It's about a 10-minute long interview. And the second half of it, really good information. They're very inspiring, and I'd be willing to bet that virtually every person that watches it, as soon as they're done watching it, is going to go sit down in their studio and try and write something. It's great. Terrell Beckless, I skim. Okay, we're going to start skimming on your submissions, Terrell. I'm joking, dude. I am joking. Dean Kataska's still reading it. Yay. Marion Laird likes the transmitter. Well, I like you, Marion. Thank you. Haven't seen the email. No, usually the transmitter usually comes out somewhere between like the 22nd, 23rd of the month and the 30th of the month. Usually the last week of the month, because we have so many other emails scheduled previously or earlier in the month. All right, moving forward, we are now going to listen to a song by Jared Cunningham, also known as Redder, and this is called Sabotage.
I never listen whenever my heart starts telling me to break some distance. I drop the call, keep playing the victim whenever I'm caught red-handed loading ammunition. 'Cause after all, I don't
I was getting so into the song, I almost forgot my DJ responsibilities there, but I pulled it out in the end. I did. That was very cool. That, once again, was Sabotage by Jared Cunningham, also known as Redder, R-A-D-D-E-R, and I'm guessing that might not have been Jared singing that, although nowadays anything goes, so who the hell knows. Let's listen to the next one. I'm looking at the waveform in this going, okay, I'll bet you anything this one, well, it says it's an instrumental, but I'll bet you anything, just from looking at the waveform and the length, that this is probably going to be something that might work in a film trailer. Let's find out if my waveform interpretation is correct. That's me bringing up the level. Still looking at the waveform. That was cool. That, once again, was Limitless, an instrumental from Robert Taylor. I'm guessing not the famous actor Robert Taylor, just a regular old Robert Taylor, but a talented one. And I'm telling you, I could literally look at the waveform and go, this is for a trailer. Yeah, you know what? I was going to move the camera over there to show you the waveform, but I'm not, because I had such a hard time with everything tech related today. I don't want to move anything. I'm just really grateful to be on the air. That's how I'm feeling. Yeah, the low boom at the end, perfect. That's when they, pop up that extra, like, it's almost like a little coda where they pop up the, like the logo of the company, or coming in November, in a world. The guy, by the way, the guy who did that was called Hal Douglas, was his name. I used to record him when I was an audio post engineer in New York. I worked with Hal, I don't know, several times a year probably. It's kind of a mainstay of the voiceover world. But Hal actually was a producer at an ad agency, and there was an actor strike, and they couldn't get a voiceover person for a particular TV spot that he was working on. So he did the voiceover and ended up becoming, like a top 5 or top 10 voiceover guy in the world. And he really perfected the "In a World." That was Hal Douglas. I don't even know if Hal's still alive, but talented dude, I will say. More than one actor named Robert Taylor. Well, I hope that their royalty checks go to the right bank account. All right, let's listen to another one. Ooh, here's one from Robin Shore featuring Casey Lane, "Think Like the Enemy." I've met Robin Shore once or twice, I think. I really like this lady. She's very talented. She lives here in Los Angeles, I believe, and collaborates quite often and has done some really good stuff. So I would expect that this will be good as well. Let's have a listen to Think Like the Enemy.
I've got venom pulsing in my veins, black as the air I breathe. Nothing can destroy me, 'cause I think like the enemy. I'm the sister of darkness, and evil is my queen. I'm always the last one standing, 'cause I think like the enemy. Nothing can destroy me, 'cause I think like the enemy. Think like the enemy.
Wow. Talking about trailer music, that's exactly the kind of stuff they love for trailers. And I saw you guys tossing out some great suggestions, Suicide Squad number 27 or whatever we're up to. A lot of the Avengers stuff, all kinds of stuff that would work for. And it's one of the things, Robin Shore is not a 22-year-old, okay? She's a full-grown adult. And to look at her, you cannot judge her book by the cover. This lady does not look like somebody who's got her ear to the ground, very hip, extremely current, and just really, really smart, talented lady. And she actually used to be a movie producer here in Hollywood. And she be good, is what she be. All right, now, last but not least, and that was Casey Lane on the vocal on that. This is called This Is Hip Hop. That's just in case for those of you who aren't familiar with the genre, this is hip hop right here. This is Jason Sandoval, also known as Straight Jacket, with the number 8. I love it. Straight Jacket. This is hip hop. Let's have a listen. Plenty of level on this one. I think I'm going to bring it down a notch. Here we go.
This is hip hop, baby. You know what it is. It's the bone crusher, the lone rusher, the wrong brother. Don't get it twisted if you miss the risk, you gon' suffer. He gon' crush you, the dome buster, that don't love you. Playing games with your soul and you know that it's gon' hover. Out of body without a shotty, it's not a hobby. If Poppy moves sloppy, my puppies are bound to copy. I'm pinning pinpoints with precision. My decisions make provisions. I'm itching and scratching straight to the ribbon. The rhythm and I ride reside and rest in the frequency. Frequently I'm freaking these frequencies with the secrecy. Top notch, stop, drop, bull, riding your thoughts, body and everything you hopscotch, you see it written in chalk. The incitement of indictments, I'm waiting for shit to spark. The Indian investigation, they screaming it, it's a show. We don't miss the mark. It's BAM and straight, keep your beat your sake. We big fish that love to eat and wait. It's that bang bang boogie for your champion hoodie. Head knock, bedrock, Adidas stripe goodie. That backspin, pop lock, corner block, bless you. Open hand, open can, tag the wall special. It's that DJ, rewind selector. Back to back turntable, hip hop texture. It's that take it back, they begging for the fitness. They say they want the business, so we hit them with the district. I write right above you, you pipe and suffer. I might fight for Mike Rights, you ride hype and lovers. My mic pride's a mother, coming from my father. I write right with brothers and we come to snatch your collar. With a popular purge, plus a popular verse. The popper stop a poppin', the populist nerves. Give him the props he deserves, I'm dropping opulent words. It's not gonna work for a second if I stop for the purge. I'm hip to the hop, so I'm a hop on this work. From the top of the verse, it won't stop to the opposite herd. I've come too far to let it pop and reverse. Before I drop in the verse, you know I'm mobbing it first. In 94, I put a lock on this verse, then hopped on the bird, so I'm a prophet dodging some words. Shout out 730, influence, get him. Daniel D, Daniel Williams, shifting through these lines annually. It's that bang bang boogie for your champion hoodie. Head knock, bedrock, Adidas stripe goodie. That backspin, pop lock, corner block, bless you. Open hand, open can, tag the wall special. It's that DJ, rewind selector. Back to back turntable, hip hop texture. It's that take it back, they begging for the fitness. They say they want the business, so we hit them with the district.
Gotta love that. All right. That was This Is Hip Hop by Jason Sandoval, also known as Straight Jacket. I love it. Really cool stuff this month from the top 10. Good job to the staff for picking great stuff. I'm just amazed. We have so many awesome members now, and I'm glad that we're starting to do things to give more exposure, just not only to the stuff that comes in for the listings, but in general. And that's why we do those compilations, which frankly, I'm surprised sometimes when we run the listings for the compilations and people that I think would absolutely nail it, I know they would nail it, don't bother submitting. And I reach out to them and go, what happened? I go, I'm so busy with all the connections that I've gotten through Taxi. I don't have time to do that. And it's like, dude or dudette, take the time, because this compilation's going out to some of the best libraries in the business and some other people's, and sometimes penny wise, pound foolish with the time element. Charles Davis, getting totally motivated. Ed Busacker says, this was fun. Martin Gravel, a great top 10. Charles Davis says, loved all of it. And I'm really sorry to hear about Hal Douglas passing away. What a great break for him. Actors go on strike, and guess what? Hal Douglas has now replaced you. Anyway, so that's it. I think we can wrap up today's show a little early. What do you think? I can go chill out now that I was so stressed out. How well do the compilations do? Put it this way. I had an issue on the compilation came to me before. I've got an itchy nose hair. Before it went out, it came to me just because I like to get ears on everything that goes out of here. I try hard not to like overrule the staff or anything. I don't want to impose my vision of what good music is, but I have to protect the company's image and brand. So I was listening to it go, there's some stuff on here. It was all really, really, really good. You got to be really good to make it on the compilation, as we heard from Where I Belong by Martin Mickles. But there were a couple things that I thought were off the money as far as the lyrics went. And so I had the A&R staff send the compilation out to two of my favorite music library CEOs to get their take on it. And one of the guys wrote back and said, I want that song and I want this other one and this other one. I think he wanted 3 of the things on the compilation. So there's your indicator right there. So imagine multiply what that music library CEO felt times, I don't know, 25 other libraries or however many we send it to. It's quite a few. So there you go. We'll be going to Record Store Day this Saturday. Cool. Who's Mike? Thanks, Mike. I'm Michael. Thanks. I had a book when I was a kid about Mike the Steam Shovel or something like that, and I decided at that moment in time that I wanted my name to be Michael, not Mike. I grew up in a very blue-collar town where there were a lot of Mikes. I did start spelling my name before I went back to Michael. I changed my name when I was like 12 or 13 years old to Mike, M-Y-K-E. It's goofy, huh? It'd be great to hear some rock and roll. Well, some will come up, I'm sure. We've definitely done some rock and roll playlists on the show. Is there an archive of Taxi favorites? Would love to check them out again. You can hear them just by going to taxi.com and scroll down the homepage. And you will see a thing that says, here, I'm going to go to the homepage right now by my lonesome. Taxi.com. All right, taxi.com. Companies looking for new music, Taxi's featured artists, and you see a really actually nice picture of Andrew Salmonson. And if you look underneath Andrew, you'll see a little sub-headline that says, here are 10 more songs Taxi's A&R staff like this month. Listen now. And if you click listen now, it will take you to those. Sorry, I'm catching up. It was a great story. Mike and his amazing steam shovel. There you go. All right, you guys, let's call it an early night tonight. I was here all weekend, so I'm going to take off an hour early today before closing time. Woohoo! All right, see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, be back here at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Give us a like, by the way. Hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber already to this channel. And be back here tomorrow at 4 o'clock so I can show you a couple of waveforms from instrumental cues. And you'll go like, oh my God, my mind is blown. I completely and utterly understand what the developmental arc is in the context of instrumental cues. All right. See you guys. Bye-bye. Where's my music? There it is.